You know this, but did you know about this? This is free and has more AI models, half a million of them actually, and I'm showing you how to use it and why it's better than other platforms for most of your tasks. So, Hugging Face is basically the YouTube of AI models. Anyone can upload their AI model here and anyone can use them for free. I'm going to explain what Hugging Face actually is, and then I'm going to walk you through using it step by step. By the end, you'll know how to access any AI model you want without paying a cent. So let's get started by creating an account first. On your homepage, you'll find the sign up option where you can enter in your email and password to start off the sign up process. After that, you have to add in all your details like your username, full name, and there are optional fields like your social media accounts as well as your interests. Once you do that, you'll have to verify your account using the link that is sent to your email. And once that's done, you're all set and ready to use this platform. Before jumping into models, let me show you a simpler way of using different types of AI in Hugging Face, which is the spaces option. If you click on that, you'll find multiple spaces. Now you might ask, what are these spaces? So these are simply interactive web application hosted on Hugging Face. They let you run and experiment with different models directly in your browser without having to configure them in your local device. So let's take a look at these. So first off, we have spaces of the week, which are the popular models that were used throughout the weeks. And then next you have all the different spaces. Let's try out one of these, shall we? So I'm going to test out this Quinn edit any pose one. And if I go into that, I'll have this interface where I can upload my reference image as well as my pose image to generate and edit that look like my pose image. Basically, it changes the pose of our reference image. So let's try it out. Here, I'm simply going to upload two images. So these are my images. This one is the reference image. This is the pose image. All I have to do is click on this edit pose button and it will start the generation. And this is the result, which looks, yes, it does look like the pose image. It has clearly changed up the reference image, but also I can see a little bit of facial feature changes as well. But apart from that, it's good. And we actually got to test it out without having to download it on our system. So these spaces run using online GPUs. So if you want to work more with the spaces, you might want to get the pro version because the free version has limited GPU access throughout the day. Now back in our spaces, we have different filtering option where we can choose what kind of spaces do you want to see. Like you can check out the image generation model spaces, then text generation one, language translation, etc. You have so many options as well as so many spaces, like there are 5 pages full of different spaces in each of these categories. So for AI enthusiasts, this might feel like a heaven. Now let me try out a text generation space as well. Okay, so I found this space called AI deadlines, which will give you AI conferences deadlines. Now you have different options to filter out these conference on the basis of country as well as their topics. Like you can select only the ones that you want to attend. Like here I've applied my filters of the keyword as well as the country, and here I can see just a single conference coming up in 10 days. So it can be useful for people who are trying to find AI conferences. And just like that, you have different interesting categories like 3D modeling as well as object detection. Like, check this out. This is a space called Insta 3D, which converts 2D images into 3D models. And this is one of the samples. If I go to the 3D, I can move around here using these controls, and you can see how realistic as well as great this looks. So that was how you can navigate through your spaces as well as explore all sorts of new technology. Now let's move on to the next section, which is the models. If you go to the models, you'll find all types of different models. These can be custom models as well as models provided by your known companies like Microsoft, Google, etc. Now, on your left, you have different filtering options for your model, like what tasks should the model perform, the libraries it is compatible with, the applications it has, etc. So you can filter out the model if you are not looking for a specific one. And if you are searching for a specific, you can go ahead and type the name in this filter by name option. Like here, I search for Quen and I can find different Quen models. So I'll select one of these. So when you open your model page, you'll find all the different features as well as information about it on your left side. It gives you important details like the number of parameters, etc. And a quick start, which gives information about how exactly you can configure it into your programs. And on your right, you have an interface where you can test out this model. Like here you have this text generation model, so you can simply type in a text and send it. There seem to be some issues in this because I guess the model is now deployed on Quen chat, so it's not working over here. Anyways, next you have this use this model option where you can choose any way that you want to utilize this model with, like what libraries do you want to use it with. Mostly people use Hugging Face transformers, but you have other options as well. So if you click on this transformer, you'll get the code of how to integrate it with your programs. All you have to do is copy paste this code into your files. The next useful option that you have in Hugging Face is it gives you data sets. So if you don't already have any data set to train your models, you can go ahead, go to this datasets option, and here you can find multiple databases of various topics. So choose one that you find appropriate for your model training and simply go to the dataset that you want to use, and then you have these option of using dataset with the help of libraries like pandas, Hugging Face datasets, etc. So all you have to do is click on the appropriate library for your project and copy this code into your files to integrate it with your existing code. Now, apart from that, Hugging Face also has community where you can find different blog articles, social posts, etc. to keep up with different models that have been released on Hugging Face and basically to keep up with the trends. These communities are useful to get to know which model are doing well as well as to resolve any issues that you are facing while configuring it. Here are a few tips to get the most out of Hugging Face. First off, check the model's popularity by the number of downloads as well as the likes on the model, because if thousands of people are using it, it's probably reliable. Second, read the model card because it tells you exactly the features of the model so you can decide whether or not it is suitable for you. Next, if you find a model that you love, you can always click on the three dots and add it to one of your collections to bookmark it and save it for future use. Lastly, test your models before using and going through the long process of configuring it in your local device. Just use Spaces to test it out first, and that's Hugging Face. It's free, it's powerful, and it gives access to AI tools that would normally cost hundreds of dollars a month. So go explore it yourself, try different models, see what you can create, and comment down below what sort of models did you use and which new technology did you discover in Hugging Face Spaces. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.